Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Shalom, this is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible, and they're also the chosen people of the Bible. Masha Yahweh, also 50. Today, my topic is pornography. The destruction of pornography, the history of pornography, the downfall of it, the no good nothings that come out of pornography. A lot of people think pornography is just something you can watch like television, you know, like it's a regular football game or, you know, it's extreme sports or whatever. But in all reality, subconsciously, when you're watching pornography, it is a sexual deviant, you know, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. And when I say that is because you have to be, let me start with the guys. You got to be some form of effeminate man or anything of that sake to want to watch a man insert himself into another woman. How can you get aroused, not even get aroused, how can you find that amusing or entertaining or informing? Because at the end of the day, if us as men, if we was going into a gym, the change, you know, the shower, whatever, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us as men got enough shame to where we want to stay covered enough to where we could do whatever we could do whatever we got to do. Right. You know, we're not sitting here looking for rods. Even in the penitentiary, they'll question you like, yo, what's going on? Right. You know, so there's nothing amusing about it. Even with the ladies that say, oh, well, I use pornography, you know, because I don't want to sleep with a man or have a man. I don't want to have to submit to a man. That's fine. Right. But understand, when it comes to pornography, you're taking the natural use of your body and putting it on something else. To where when you're able to be with a man, the man has nothing, you know, no gain from you because you're used up or your mind is psychologically destroyed because of the pornography. Like Kanye West, for example. Kanye West went with Kim Kardashian after Ray J. How can you do that? How can you wife a woman like that and knowing that another man already destroyed her? You know, I mean, Travis Scott with all them Kardashians. You know, his brothers out here, Drake and all them following these porn stars. How can your rod get hard knowing she been ran through and you don't? Little Kim, let me say it that way. Right. I mean, just thinking about Little Kim makes me not even want to have a topic or even read up on her because the history that she went about. So pornography is destruction, man. Right. And it's destruction, period, point blank. It's disgusting, it's filthy, and this and that. You know, pornography, another form of depression with pornography, you know, is loss of money, loss of attraction when it comes to your spouse. You know, your spouse, they give you that little razzle dazzle you once upon a time used to love, but you don't love it anymore. Now you demanding you want more. You know, he can't hit that spot or he can't make you. He can't make you finish. Right. He can't help you finish because your mind is so entrapped when it comes to this pornography. Right. Even down to you wanting more and you can't stop. There's a lot of guys out here. When I was in South Carolina, this guy was talking to women. So I'm like, every morning I wake up and, you know, handle his business. He roll over, handle his business, and get up and go about his day. I mean, it's certain things like that. And not Commanding General Muhammad even said it. What? You don't have any game. You can't woo a woman. You have to lean on pornography. Right. You know what I mean? It's something wrong. I mean, it sounds like homosexuality somewhere in there, to be honest. You know, it sounds like weak men that has no game. It sounds like a weak woman who doesn't have enough pride in herself. Right. You know, but let me get Genesis 9:22. So even with this guy named Pedro Argentino, he was a queer Italian, LGBT Italian supporter. He's the forefather of pornography in 1524. And he started with pornography, for the people who don't know how it is, he had 16 depictions. And I believe it was like 16 class or 16 wall or something like that, but 16 depictions, well, shout out to Cap Kaza, but 16 depictions of different sex positions lined up on the wall. And the Catholic Church got a hold to it and destroyed it, and they seized it. So throughout time, they came back around and he got his hands back on his work. And when he got his hands back on his work, what he did was not illustrating, what do you call it? Authoring under his pictures of the motions of going through sex. Whatever position, missionary, he was authoring it. The guy was saying this, the woman was saying this, and then that's how the pornography actually started. Because the root word of porn is prostitution. Ography is written about prostitution. It wasn't with the whole movies like we got nowadays. The Esau is the goddamn devil. He gonna push all the wicked agenda. Right. So it wasn't just about sex. Well, it was about sex when it came to Greek, but it wasn't the video sake of what we see. You got that?
The book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 22.
In Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, when you look at these Africans, you wonder why they butt-ass naked all the time and all this and that. Understand, that is what they fall accustomed to, and that's what they accept. And that's why the Lord will make these Africans servants until there'll be slaves of what? Until their slave is in the precept.
Right.
So when you look at these Africans and they butt bone naked, through and through, breast out, rods out, behind out, this and that. That's just what they fell accustomed to that nature. That's not right. Sisters showing their breasts and they behind and cleavage, and guys showing they print through their gray sweatpants is not others.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 22. And Ham, the father of Canaan.
The Ham is a progenitor of the Africans, the Libyans, Canaanites. There's two other tribes. Go ahead.
Saw the nakedness of his father.
So saw the nakedness of the father. Noah was the father. And at this time, Noah had a little bit too much to drink. He passed out. He passed out wide open, however he laid out. And Ham saw the nakedness. Ham went into this chamber, went to his room, his tent, and saw the father's nakedness. And we all know, even when it comes to your mother or father, the worst thing you could talk about is what your mom and dad do. You got us Israel like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just how we talk.
Right.
But Ham went in there and just look at the nakedness of his father. Go ahead.
And told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth.
Now Shem, that's the Israelites. And Esau falls under, but is a division later in history. So we ain't gonna get too much into that. So Shem is, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Then you got Japheth is the Samoans, those Micronesian, the Hawaiian people.
Right.
Go ahead.
Took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders.
So how they laid the garment is, we got a shirt or anything? Just a little description.
We can use this.
Yeah, that worked. So they had a garment.
Right.
And how they did it, they laid one up on their shoulder like this, and the other one laid up on their shoulder.
Right.
So the garment is fishing behind them. And when they went, go ahead.
And laid it upon their shoulders. And went backward.
So now they're walking like this.
Right.
It's just like you drying off with a towel. You put it behind them. And they walking back like this. Go ahead.
And covered the nakedness of their father.
So when they made it in there to Noah, they understood. They went ahead and laid it on there and let the father be, let him be in his rest peacefully.
Right.
Go ahead.
And their faces were backward. And they saw not their father's nakedness.
They saw not their father's nakedness. You know why? Because these are men. I'm going to just say it like that. These men know they ain't supposed to be looking at another man's rod or him and his nakedness whatsoever.
Right.
That was way back then.
Right.
That not 2023. 2023, we have no morals. We know right from wrong.
Right.
But back then, they was like, I'm a man. What the hell I got to look at my naked father at that?
Right.
Go ahead.
And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him.
So he know. I mean, even though we be drunk, you know, I ain't gonna say drunk, toe up.
Right.
It's sometimes we snap into it. Your wife will nudge you, hey, baby, get in the bed.
Right.
You look at her and we just go back to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that time, Noah knew exactly who went in there and know exactly who helped him out. Right. Go ahead.
And he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants.
So Canaan, those Africans are going to be servant of servant. So now understand, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are servers right now. But when the kingdom come, those same people that's going to serve the Israelite, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you're going to have the Europeans.
Damn right.
You're going to have the Chinese.
Right.
You're going to have the East Indian.
Right.
But you know who's going to serve those servants?
Right.
The Canaanite.
Damn
the bone
right.
eaters. Go ahead.
Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants, shall he be until his brethren. And he said, blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant.
So, Shem, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. And you know, and Canaan is going to be that servant.
Right.
And even today for the fake Israelite, yeah, you know, Esau came out of lineage of Shem.
Right.
But we all know right now, them Hamites is working for Esau when they got gold overseas.
Right.
You know, they got the pineapples and coconuts overseas. They doing a lot of stuff overseas just for Esau. Just now, what? The Africans they went hand in hand with the Russians or something like that? I mean, come on. They feeding them baby food and they still serving these people.
Right.
You know, so Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, this is just a small figment of, this is what the Africans do.
Right.
We're in our own hell and, you know, in our own poverty because of what we do.
Right.
Because of that too, but that specifically is the reason why they're in that position.
Right.
The reason why when our sisters are naked and they get treated like whores and sluts and prostitutes and be, you know, degraded, they become degraded is because we don't follow the lineage and the tutelage of what the Most High said.
Right.
When it comes to the law, statutes, and commandment, that's the things we got to follow.
Right.
And when we don't follow it, us as men in Israel allow our sisters to go through that.
Right.
Like Pinky, like Megan Thee Stallion, like Buffy the Body. I mean, all the old heads before us, they're the reason why a lot of these young sisters act like this. Right. And a lot of them older sisters back then are a lot of the reason why you got Sexy Red and Glorilla and Megan and Cardi. I mean, come on, Cardi was a damn stripper. Cardi was a stripper. Right. And she knew she was a stripper, but when her daughter started singing her music, she felt so shameful. Why is that? Now she want to be a mother because she understands.
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay. So the Kama Sutra is a manual of sexual position. Couldn't find a lot of information on that, but what I did get in a lot of them sexual positions is like bestiality, sex slave, the alternative, meaning, you know, man and man, woman and woman, right. Orgies, swinging, like y'all, like these black, you know, swingers, you know, swirlers, swingers, people sharing their wife sharing husbands and all of that. Right. And then you got threesome with the orgy. Now with the orgy, I can furthermore go into it because even with orgies wasn't for the typical poor man. The orgies was for the elite. Right. Like today you got people in those high positions in government, but then you had orgies for people who was actually able to maintain themselves. Meaning if I was to go in a room and people having orgies, I'm able to walk through there without making any facial expression. Right. Smiling, laughing, or saying, oh my gosh, or without my rod being hard. So those people were allowed to actually have people amongst them doing orgies. Right. Watching people have sex. I mean, how is that not disgusting? I mean, we don't even watch pet animals do it. Right. So, can I get Jeremiah? No, let me get 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. So this whole pornography and things of that nature is really not natural. It isn't. You know, because even when it comes to that, like just as your children, like for a lot of women that fall into this whole, well, what's this new thing people got going on with y'all young folks? Well, what is it? OnlyFans. A lot of y'all, how would y'all feel if y'all children seen some of their OnlyFans? Right. Or Kim Kardashian felt some type of way when her child seen her OnlyFans. What's wrong with it? Right. Pornography is okay, according to America. I mean, what's the Playboy dude? What's his name again?
Which one?
The one who made it popular.
Oh, you talking like Ron Jeremy or who?
The other one.
Oh, Hugh
Hefner.
Gone.
Hugh Hefner. He made pornography and pretty white women and all this so good and dandy. But is it issue when we get ready to do it? Excuse me, sometimes it's an issue when we get ready to do it.
Right.
You know why? It's because we don't get those same benefits. We don't get looked at like, oh, they're worth money or they're somebody strong in stature or changing the culture. Mm-hmm. But Hugh Hefner changed the culture. Right. You know, Kim Kardashian changed the culture. But you know, with Megan Thee Stallion, she ain't nothing but another Cardi B, another little Kim. Right. And I mean, even with the guys too. I mean, y'all are sick, diabolical men too. That you don't want a woman of your own. Right. It's brothers out here in the world, and God, well, I know you heard it. God. Shoot, be in the trap house in the world in the hood. Right. I mean, shoot, we can pass her around. Yeah. This one right here for me. Right. So you mean to tell me you can get hard knowing your boy just been knocking her down from next door? Right. You and your boy running trains on girl. Like, I mean, explain that. Right. Explain it. I mean, come on. Go ahead, man. You got it.
Salakia, like we listen, man. We falling behind the damn heathen. Right. You know what I mean? You bring it out. You know what I'm saying? The Hugh Hefners and all of these things coming from the damn heathen, and listen, man. We just follow right behind it. You understand? We just follow right behind it and do exactly what the heathen do. You understand? Knowing that we wouldn't wife one of those. We can't take a Kim. We really couldn't take a Kim Kardashian to the house. Right. To our mom. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like what's that boy? Kanye West had to wait until his mama passed in order to get with Kim Kardashian. He knew damn well that mama was not going to be, accepting of that woman. You know what I mean? And she probably would have did away with that boy if she would have known that he was going to go that way. Right. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
And that's heavy that you say that because he got Kim Kardashian after she ran off and got busted up all type of way. He went and chased after another one. Right. Because he watches pornography. Right. And y'all think pornography is real. You be seeing these hour and a half, 2 hour clips. That's not in one session. Right. They chop those sessions up. It's not real. Right. It's just like making a movie. You don't like the Scarface movie. They didn't just do a 2-3 hour movie all in one session. Right. It was time and time again throughout the day. So even with Kanye, he's mentally ill. And look, a lot of guys watch porn, and that's what they expect. They expect that. That's why so many marriages are broken, because of the fact that porn isn't real, man. Porn isn't. You have to find that nick and that it to teach your partner or whatever you like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Pray is unlawful. And get it done.
That's Salakia. I think Drake's baby mama is a damn porn star. I gotta look that up. But the son that he has, I believe that she was she ain't no porn star no more. She paid in advance now. She paid real good. So, but I think she was a porn star before he got, got her pregnant. Salaki.
Before I read on this, because you could chill for a little. And before I read on this, and it's not the women who's dealing with that one man, right. When it comes to just photos, Instagram, making video clips, Facebook showing your cleavage. I mean, let's go on and on. All of that is pornography. It doesn't matter how you look at it. Y'all women out here twerking, it's pornography. I mean, even down to getting out the swimming pool and having your nipple piercers showing through your shirt. All of that's pornography. And pornography is just prostitution. Right. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, that's all it is. There's no difference. Just because you're just, I'm free. I'm gonna wear this fishnet and let my boobs show. You're just a whore like a prostitute on the street is. Right. The same way. And for men that are so weak and so coward like that says, oh, I'm fine with it. I'm letting her do it. You're a coward too, man. Right. Because you might be a homosexual man too. Because it would piss me off to know another man attracted to my woman and knowing that another man has a chance of having my woman. But real men in the Isupk. That's what it is. So this article right here, let me read y'all the headline real quick. Public health harms of pornography. Many users of pornography struggle with a compulsive need to consume pornography so powerful that it disrupts and destroys their professional and family lives. Additionally, research shows that pornography performers suffer serious psychological and physical harm as a result of their involvement in pornography. Many have backgrounds of sexual abuse or get into the industry out of finance desperation. So let me go back to OnlyFans. The women who doing OnlyFans saying, oh, I'm a content creator. No, you're a whore and you're a prostitute. Right. There's no difference. A lot of these women who are promiscuous, who feels the need to have sex and want to have sex, even with homosexual men, that's a sexual abuse. That's a psychological error. It's the same way, and this is the article talking. You believe the white, you believe the oppressor, the Caucasian man, when it comes to weed being good. Believe the article when he starts talking about pornography that he's serving you to.
Right.
Because it's not me.
Right. And Salaki, if I could, and you brought out something heavy there in that article. Listen, it's a form of oppression. You understand? Like, only the oppressed will get on OnlyFans. You understand? And listen, man, sometimes it'd be like, I'm just like, they'll get on the pole. I mean, the strip club, you hear from a woman all the time. I'm just doing this so I can pay for my nursing school or go to college or things of that nature. That's oppression. If you gotta degrade yourself and get butt naked just to go to damn school, that's oppression. You know what I mean? And so, of course, this damn, place will glorify you getting naked. You understand? It's your choice, baby. Do what you need to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they mamas don't make it no better.
She's a strong woman.
She's a strong woman. I admire her. You understand? Like, I admire her for being so brave of showing her breast off. You know what I mean? You're a whore, baby girl, and you need to change your way. It's like,
No, that's on the head, man. That is definitely on the head.
Right.
Oh, man. What you said was heavy. I'll come back to this.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, what you're saying is a form of oppression.
Right.
Explain in the early 1920s when pornography first came out.
Right.
Grandmama wasn't out there making clips.
Hell no.
Grandmama had long, knee knocker socks on all the way up to her thigh.
Damn right.
I mean, straight up, headpiece on and everything.
Right.
I mean, she wasn't going out here blowing the European man raw for a quarter.
Right.
And knowing damn well they probably only got paid 75 cents a day.
Right.
So I mean, what is your excuse? We understand that life is getting harder, we more advanced, but you also got to look at the struggle was harder back then.
Damn right.
We were getting killed and we had no laws and nothing to govern us or protect us.
Right.
Now we have things to protect us and sisters don't want to use it. And for the record, I can respect the sister more that's on Section 8 or, getting government assistance than a prostitute that want to make content.
Right.
That thinks she's doing something. I got to do this for my kids. You got kids because of what you're doing now. That's why. So let me go back up. Oh man, I done jumped the article. I don't know where he is. Y'all give me a minute. Alright, here we go. Let me start right there. Additionally, researchers show that pornography performers such serious psychological and physical harm as a result in their involvement in pornography. Many have backgrounds of sexual abuse or get into the industry out of financial desperation. Exiting the pornography industry can be especially difficult as the stigma of having involved in the industry may haunt women the rest of their lives. Yes, and it's right.
Right.
It's right. General Hyman said each time, especially when it came to that Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you should shame that woman.
Right.
You should shame her. And I understand women who doesn't have a father figure or anything like that, I understand, but it comes to a point as an adult, you can't blame old things.
Right.
You understand, like me as a man, if I was having kids at 16, 17, 18, and me going on 31, I can't blame my father wasn't there on why I got all these kids. I'm 31 and I know how hard it is. So you can't always blame why somebody wasn't there.
Right.
And for you women that say it's harder, it's good. But for the ones who are ignorant to it, you can't always blame somebody. Now you got to find actually what's really going to work the respectful way.
Right. And did it say it was? What did it say? It was harmful, or it'll haunt them for the rest of their lives? Is that what it said?
Having been involved in the industry can haunt women the rest of their lives.
And that is right on the money. That is right on the money because, man, listen, man, a woman that has multiple partners in that way, that could harm a woman for the rest of her life. You understand? All them partners she's laying down with, and may think that money is gonna cover up that damn that mental abuse that you're going through, that physical abuse you're going through that's going to destroy a woman. You know what I mean? And she ain't gonna be good to nobody unless she get help. Salaki.
Right. Oh, Baba Rashad. Can I get that precept? I can't hit it on the head. It's in Genesis where they were saying they were shamed and naked. They found out they were naked.
Oh, and yeah, come on. You talking about Adam and Eve?
Yeah, right.
No sweat.
Let me try to look for it.
I got you. No sweat. It's in probably like in Genesis 2 or something like that.
Oh man. But yeah, it's the truth.
Right.
It is definitely the truth because as a man, when you look at women, you gotta understand we have to be delicate and tender with these women.
Right.
And we have to choose women wisely. And when I say that is because once you start thinking about your rod and that's all it's going to be, you have to understand she remembers what you said to woo her out of her underwear. Just like when she goes to the next man, she's going to remember what you said, but that next man's going to say something a little different.
Right.
And when he destroy her again, now she's on the third. And each and every time she is destroyed. And that's what became broke. That's what causes broken and bitter women. And the root of it, a lot of it is because of pornography. We all think with our rods.
Right.
I mean, you could have one wife and you would talk slick and sly and do whatever the hell you want. And vice versa with your husband. You ain't got to do the pornography.
Right.
You don't have to do the whores. You don't have to do the whoremongers. Let me try that.
I got you out.
All right.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 9. And the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden.
Now, right now, the Lord is called at Adam. And Adam is hiding because he has shame now. Once time he was shameless, but now he has shame now. And not saying what they committed was an actual sexual act, but this is just used for example. Now his shame is pornography.
Right.
Now sleeping with a porn star. You know, go ahead.
And I was afraid because I was naked.
And now he's naked. Just like anybody, if somebody were to strip you butt bone naked and throw you out of a car, you gonna cover up all your private area.
Right.
You gonna go try to find a trash can, a newspaper, sheet of paper, anything to cover yourself.
Right.
Versus like that whore Erykah Badu in that video.
Right.
Y'all know about it. She walked down the road, took off everything.
Man.
I'm talking about, and then laid in the road.
Right.
That's a shameless bitch.
Right.
But when you're shameful and because you know you're naked,
right.
now you know better.
Right.
Just like with a child. A child put their finger, they put their hand on the oven, they shameless
right.
until they get burnt.
Right.
Now they naked and they're shameful because now they know.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked?
So who told you that was wrong?
Right.
Go ahead.
Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee thou shouldest not eat?
Was you watching pornography? Was you smoking weed?
Right.
Was you doing child molestation and all these other sexual deviance and disgusting things? Go ahead.
And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to me, gave it to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat.
So you went and chased after a porn star.
Right.
Kanye.
Right.
Two porn star. Drake. I mean, so many more out here.
Right.
Y'all went and chased after a porn star and blamed her when you should have been the man saying, bitch, you ain't getting my money.
Right.
You ain't getting nothing off of me on OnlyFans. OnlyFans women making so much money. You could every man that get on there and put $2 on there, she ain't gotta work for the rest of the goddamn week.
Damn right.
And because of you went to the woman and she gave you yours on the tree, now you want to blame her.
Right.
But the scripture say, give not your strength unto a woman or anybody else.
That's right.
Or anybody. I mean, come on. Go ahead.
And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me.
So now she is blaming somebody. When it comes to OnlyFans, who pushes OnlyFans?
Right.
Who pushes sisters at Magic City in over there, in Atlanta?
Right.
Who pushes all these just all the Pornhub and X video and all this other shaking booty after dark? You know the more
Salakia, boy. Hey, you naming them things off. I can tell you got a little history there. Huh? No. Hey, no, because you so right. Huh? Like those things, like of course the serpent wants us to open up a strip club. Of course he wants us to open up a damn a weed shop. You understand? You know how hard it is in this place even to open up the ISUPK, a school in the ISUPK,
Damn right.
and tell them, hey man, we're gonna be teaching the Bible in this thing. Nah, we don't want that over here.
Right.
We don't want that over here. But if it was a damn a pig slop shop, or we got a woman swinging on a pole, or we selling something out the back of the, you know what I mean? Some evil, of course. The heathen is going to love us doing that.
Right.
But teaching the Bible, having a school so people can come and learn who they are. Oh no, we don't want that here.
Right.
You understand? So that's so right, huh? It's lucky.
I mean, I mean, that's all in all. Who is to blame?
Right.
I mean, yes, the woman, she dealing with her sins right now, and
Right.
women know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They deal with it every month.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to men, we can't blame the woman.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, us men say, oh, that bitch don't want to listen.
Right.
I'm tired of hearing her mouth.
Right.
This and that, whoop-de-whoop. Women say men need to stand up and do this and that. But maybe you need to sit your ass down. If you want the women to answer or listen, stop giving your money to that dumb stuff.
Right.
You know, stop worrying about the next whore with her breast hanging out on Facebook. Go ahead.
Salakia. It said, and the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat.
So, again, for the Christians that don't understand it and the fake Israelites that don't understand it. Now, when it's speaking of the serpent, it's not speaking on the actual snake.
Right.
And it's not speaking on the European man being the actual snake. But the spirit of that serpent, the spirit of that deceiver.
Right.
The white man adopted that, and that's his nature of that.
Damn right.
So when it comes to that serpent, it's a man who fits the same nature as that slick, sly, cunning serpent.
Right.
So that's who it is. And who is the one who tells you that smoking weed is okay?
Right.
Oppressive. Who the one who said God loves everybody and color ain't got no
Right.
love ain't got no color?
Right.
The European man.
Right.
Who said there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pork? The European man. But who gets judged for all of that? The black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and woman.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle.
So, because the European man did that, he is cursed. He cursed by the sun itself.
Right.
And I mean, y'all look at him like he living lavish and luxury. I mean, goddamn it, you can't go outside and sleep and hunt outside and ain't got to worry about having damn cancer. Yeah, man, you cursed. That's step one of being cursed right
Damn
there.
right.
I mean, that's step one.
Right.
Our people was in the cotton field pulling cotton 115 degrees, 16 hours a day, and was able to get up and do it again.
Right.
So that's the oppressor curse. Only on that first tip right there. Go ahead.
Salakia. And it says, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
So understand, everything that's going on right now, by him being on his belly, he's going to be in that low state.
Right.
Y'all think just because he has that money and this and that, he's in a high state? Right now, if the stock market dropped for 1 hour, you'll see European people jumping out the building.
Damn right.
Head first. You know what I mean? Nukes and missiles will go left and right.
Right.
So he'll be in a low state. That money and them diamonds and gold don't mean nothing, man.
Damn right.
It doesn't mean anything. They can't even reproduce.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. No, that's it on that.
One more and we go ahead and move on. Let me get that. We good.
Okay. Kind of.
Hebrews 13:4. So now, people, when it comes to the bedroom, that's an honorable thing. That's a thing you should cherish and understand. Like, there's nothing better other than the sword that the Lord gave us or gave men is a woman beside that.
Right.
Anything that happens in that chamber with you and your wife, you and your husband, or whatever, is beautiful.
Right.
And you should take it as that. But now, when it comes to doing odd things like, oh, she want to be the masculine one.
Right. Right.
Doing things to you, then is not honorable. It's an issue.
Right.
When it comes to threesomes and stuff like that, it is not honorable. It's an issue. It's vile.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was thinking about you so right. I mean, and it don't last. Think about what happened with Will Smith, Jada Pinkett. They sharing each other. Now of course, I mean, look at Ahmad Shumpert and his rib that just broke up. They was into that lifestyle. It don't last. You understand? Like, it's gonna fall apart. No man can sit there and watch his woman get, be rotted or, you know what I'm saying, or even know or think about it like, damn, man, she want another man. You understand? That ain't gonna sit well with a brother. You know what I mean? That ain't, brothers, listen, we can't let that go. You understand? We just can't let that go. Salaki.
And what you saying, General Muhammad saying, is like, when it comes to men, whether they in the truth or not, you can be the hardest brother out there.
Right.
But when it comes to that certain man and he lay down with his woman and he just knows because that fit ain't fitting right, it's over.
Right.
Now, we mentally destroyed because it's like, this bitch really ain't it.
Right.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mental thing with it. Not even spiritual. It's just like, this is you. This ain't me.
Right.
Something ain't right.
I mean, when you do that, for a woman, like a woman, usually a man, we can block that out and just go and get the business. But a woman, man, she attaches herself by that type of loving. You know what I'm saying? And when she's, you know, been with another man, I mean, her brain is gonna be all over the damn place. You understand? Like, you can tell when you probably been with a woman and she has been, you know, with another man and she's checked all the way out. You understand? You know, so it's got to be a rough thing, right? You know what I mean? And I know Ahmad Shumpert, boy, he felt that. I mean, I know what Will Smith felt. I mean, he been feeling that since he been with the brother. You understand? So it's lucky. You know what I mean? That's rough.
Hey, you got it.
God. It's lucky. You say Hebrews 13?
13 and 4.
I got it. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage is honorable in all. It is beautiful, man. It doesn't matter how long, how fast, how slow, how much time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all nicks and kicks it doesn't matter. It's honorable. And the Lord looks at it like that when you're with your spouse, or with your spouse. It's beautiful. And the Lord approves of that. And He prays that you mess around and have kids. You know, I mean, be fruitful. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I could, quick, like, it is honorable. Even if you hear somebody been married for, now it's like, y'all been together 10 years? That's honorable to people. You understand? I mean, damn, can't even think 20, 30, 40 years, like, somebody been married that long out, you like, that's honorable. You understand? So, I mean, the scriptures is always true. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
And the bed is undefiled. Good.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
So whoremongers is them prostitute men. Adulterers is people in the industry don't think they sing. It's some weak man out here that is married to a prostitute. Today prostitute. Those people, the Lord ain't with that. At all. Even Instagram, OnlyFans, all of the Lord is not with any of that. Go ahead.
Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have.
We good on that. Leviticus 18 and 9. I read to like 16, I think. Or 7 and then to 16. So the Lord, He frowns upon a whoremonger and an adulteress. And the reason why the Lord said it specifically like that is because for Christians who don't know, a whoremonger is a man that just sleep with women and throw them away. Rap with them, however, and throw them away. But when it comes to, it said adulteress.
Adulterers.
Adulterer. Adulterer is a man that sleeps with another woman that has a husband. So that's with men that have a wife in the porn industry. Once he sleeps with her and they both in the porn industry, and he go back to sleep with, now both of these men committed adultery. She also committed it too. Because she slept around on her first husband, got another husband, and then went back to the other husband. You know, and women can't have multiple wives. Christ even told the woman at the well, you have 5 husbands, but the man you with now ain't your husband. So for women that think, oh, I gotta have husbands, no, the hell you can't. Not in here. Not in here.
God.
Go ahead.
You said 18 and 9?
18 and 7.
18 and 7. Salaki. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 7. The nakedness. Salaki. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shall thou not uncover.
So Ham should never uncover the nakedness of the father. But in general, us as children should not uncover the nakedness of our father or our mother. Go ahead.
She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad.
So born at home and born abroad. I'm gonna let somebody on Facebook get that little snap. Whether she be born at home or born abroad. It's not. I thought it was technical, but it was real simple. I'll give y'all a little minute, you know.
Let me read that precept one more time.
Come. And Cap, if you in there, we don't need your answer, sir. It's a lock if I could.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. That's the question.
Oh, they asked. What does born at home or born abroad mean? I give y'all a minute. You know, we'll go back to it if we needs be. I feel like somebody ain't gonna get it.
We'll find out.
You give it a snap too, you know.
I mean, it seems like it's plain to me. Brother that got, multiple women somewhere. It sounds like
Right,
he got a daughter over there or a daughter over there. Kind. Nobody yet.
Well, Gabo already answered it.
Right.
You know, and that's something that's special too. Well, not special, but specific that people do. Like, well, it ain't my brother, it ain't my sister.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to your mother, stepfather, or your stepmother, your father, that's still kin right there, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going through the whole lineage of second, third, fourth cousin. You call the generals for that, they can break it down.
Right.
You know, but all in all, when it comes to that, somebody that's shoulder to shoulder, that's a hell no.
Right.
With
Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
you can jump to 16.
Verse 16. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness.
So, explain that. A lot of y'all watch porn and stuff like that, and these brothers is married, but y'all watching these porn clips. Y'all sitting here, looking girl up their tail and everything, walking through Walmart, knowing, she taking, and your brother's still trying to woo her and everything like that.
Right.
That's your brother. You shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
You would drop that. Oh, did we do the effeminate one?
1 Corinthians. Is that what you're talking about? 1 Corinthians?
Yeah, I thought we did.
Nah, we jumped straight. Genesis.
Sorry.
You want that now?
Okay.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
So the unrighteous will not enter the kingdom of God. When it comes to like the Roman and Greek era, when they had these orgies and these elites and stuff like that, that was their kingdom. But ain't no way in hell in the kingdom of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian we gonna be having orgies at the top floor.
Right.
Weed being burnt and everybody just having a fun fest. It's not working like that.
Right.
What?
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters.
Fornicators is the ones who just have sex to have sex. Is the bestiality people.
Right.
People who do threesomes. The people in the LGBT community. Where else? Showing cleavage.
Right.
I don't know how much further to go. Almost summed everything up.
Right.
Right.
Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
So men who actually get kicks and giggles and can get off on watching porn about another man just do what he doing with another woman.
Right.
You better recollect yourself
Right.
and observe yourself.
Right.
Because if you can watch a man do what he doing in his private area, for the duration of time,
Right.
then you have an issue.
Right.
You suspect. And real quick, I got you. And for
Con-
the sisters that say, oh, you be with your homeboys and you might be suspect. Not us in the school, but in the world.
Right.
Oh, you suspect and this and that. No, you are the one they're talking about.
Right.
Because there's a lot more men out here that watch pornography in and out, whether they got a wife laying beside them or not. You're suspect, and that's effeminate as hell.
Right.
That's it. Go ahead.
No, you're so right, because I think we talked about this, before the class. Like, like before I came into the truth, like I was in the porn. You know what I'm saying? Like watching porn, I was knowing the names of the people in the porn.
Right.
You understand? Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Such and such and this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like once you get into the world, like it's like, man, like it's hard to get out of it. But then when I came into the school and I'm hearing, General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, break down like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you watching another man's rod, you know what I'm saying, go in and out, like, that's homosexual, you know what I'm saying? Or, Captain Zarya say it all the time as well, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, once I hear it, and then I can actually understand why they saying it, it's like, damn, you're right. Because like you brought up earlier, going into the gym, I work at the gym, so going into the gym locker room, you understand, my eyes is up, I ain't looking down. Right. You understand, like every man knows not to look down when you in the bathroom, right, or you going into a gym shower or whatever the case may be. So I understood it, and that's why I had to drop that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy you say that, because even as a man, even the little things like never take a piss by the next urinal, skip the urinal, it's certain things like that. Men know, like when you use the bathroom, keep your pants up. Right. It's certain things, but I mean, you got these tenderoni men out here. They want to talk while they taking the piss. Like, stop talking. I don't want to talk. I'm doing something right now.
God.
You hold it real quick.
All right.
It's a lot of you want. I ain't still Jenna behind me. It's a little slang. But porn in the age of the internet. And this is Fight the New Drug. That's the name of the article.
New drug.
Fight the new drug. Porn in the age of the internet. Today, porn sites receive more website traffic in the U.S. than Twitter, Instagram, Netflix, Pinterest, and LinkedIn combined. Combined. Let me read it again. Today, porn sites receive more website traffic in the United States than Twitter, Instagram, Netflix, Pinterest, and LinkedIn combined.
Damn.
Pornhub, one of the leading porn sites in the world, claimed that in 2019 they had 42 billion visitors with 39 billion searches performed. That's 115 million a day.
Damn.
A day. I mean, you got movies that come out with Will Smith that week came to sell that money. Lil Wayne had Carter 3, and I forgot how many. He didn't even sell that much albums in that week. Like, I mean, come on. So that's 115 mil a day. Also 5 mil an hour and almost 80,000 a minute. And that's just one site. To put that in perspective, in the time it takes you to read this article, that one porn site will have recorded more than 200,000 visits, according to their own estimate. As for 2019 upload to the site, Pornhub estimates 12,500 gigabytes per minute. Enough to fill. Yeah, you was in the military for all that. I don't understand none of that.
Right.
I took some reading. 15,500 gigabytes per minute. Enough to fill the memory of every smartphone in the world.
Damn.
I'll get to it. Together, the top 5 porn websites in the world. I'm not gonna read them because I don't need y'all going back. Porn website in the world account for more than 6 billion visits per month. Nearly one a month for every person in the world. I mean, in the earth. The argument is that porn is nothing new. That it's been around forever, never caused any harm, great harm. Seems pretty naive when you think about it. How different today's internet porn is from anything that existed before. Porn is incomparably more accessible and more extreme than anything seen even a generation ago. A couple of ratty old centerfold magazines found in the park are nothing compared to the hardcore high definition videos that minors have access today. I ain't even gonna continue to go into it, but
that's a heavy article though. That's heavy. I mean, because if you think about how much lust and listen, man, and it's just got better over time. The access of it, like, you know what I'm saying, like we was talking about earlier, like when I was coming up, it was, with VHS tapes, you know what I'm saying? You can go to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, they didn't have
Have it in the back.
They have the magazines, but you couldn't see like what was on the cover. Right. They have it all covered up. So you basically would have to either steal it because you weren't old enough to buy it. You understand? Or you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? You like I said, HBO. You know what I mean? If your mom or pops had HBO, they had you stay up late enough, 11, 12 o'clock. Oh, you gonna see something. You know what I'm saying? So like, but now you got these phones and it ain't nothing but a click away.
Right.
You understand? So you got these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad now.
And that brings me to my next point on the kids.
Right.
The article is too long to read, but even with the kids, they say pornography destroys kids because before they even hit 10 years old, they're not fully developed. Right. You know, they just actually learn their body.
Right.
So by them looking or having a peek at pornography, even though they don't know what's going on,
right,
it's corrupting their mind to want to find out what's going on.
Right.
So that's why you got a lot of sisters at young ages, 11 and 12, having sex with 18-year-old boys, 19-year-old boys.
Yeah.
And they young boys having babies at 14, 15. And to my next point, what you were saying, being a kid, man, look, I ain't gonna say no name, but I even remember watching it when I was young.
Right.
Just being a kid, meddling, always looking at stuff and moving and building and breaking. And I just happened to lift up under the couch.
Right.
I felt the VA says, I hit my finger and I'm like, what is this? So I went and grabbed it.
Right.
My cousin, he knew what it all was.
Right.
And it was black on black crime, bro.
Yeah.
Number 63, some shit like that. And so, you know what I'm saying? Popped it in.
Right.
And I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting here looking.
Right.
I'm like, why is he hurting? You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he's like, nah, he ain't hurting me. He telling me. And as I get older, I'm like, I don't know. Me and you the same age and you telling me something.
Right.
You telling me something about something we need to grow older and learn.
Right.
But it creates something into you because once you learn it and you get that first piece, it like your whole world spins.
It does.
And I remember when I was turning 16, my father even said, he finally had that talk, like, son, I don't know if you did, or that talk fathers had. He was like, I don't know if you did, I prefer you to wait because if you do, it changes. Everything in your life changes. How you look at women, everything changes. And when I actually start going through the motion, I was a rebel.
Right.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. And then I came to the school and got disgusted with
it.
But it's the truth. It actually corrupts children.
It does.
And these women that's rapping out here destroying the system. Brothers out here talking about pop that, vagina and all this and that. Brothers thinking that's how it's supposed to be. Sisters think that's how they need to be treated and is destroying us.
Right.
Because you don't, Becky and them do it, but you don't hear them being rapped about. They wait till they go to them college party and get slung around, and then they go back to their dad like, yes, dad.
Right.
Smiling, yes. Right. But with our daughters is once it happened once, now she got to feel the free to sell herself.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, you're right because you talk to a sister or a brother today and tell them sex is marriage, man. They look you upside the head like you are crazy.
Right.
You understand? Right. That's how much destroyed this place has done. That's how much destruction this place has done to us. You know what I'm saying? Like we are destroyed. Like Cap always bring out for a lack of knowledge, not knowing that porn and that early exposure to sex and porn and all of that stuff really corrupts our minds. You know what I mean? It corrupts us to think that our bodies don't matter. Right. You know what I'm saying? The sister, what is the sister's name? Brianna, 35 bodies. You understand? And she thinks it's honorable. You know what I mean? She thinks it's honorable because the brothers that she was laying down with, supposedly all of them had money. You understand? So she thinks it's honorable and it's supposed to be looked at differently. La says you are,
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, this place is terrible, man. And that early age, man. Yeah, you get you a piece out early in the game.
It's over.
Yeah. That's all you can think about.
I mean, you spewing out doggy water. You ain't even producing nothing.
God. Yeah, it's...
No, I understand.
It's not, you ain't even thinking about math and English and science no more.
After that is...
where's the next one at?
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Where can I get some more of that?
Until somebody daddy catch your ass.
Oh, we.
See? And
Oh, we.
Oh, man. Let me take about 3 seconds, y'all. Oh, yeah. So even with that, even back 10 years ago.
Right.
And that's just yesterday. 10 years ago, if you got even a picture of a woman, you would have been like, damn. You know what I mean? You would have felt like it was gold. You know what I'm saying? 15 years ago, you'd have been like, I'm the only one who ever got it.
Right.
But, or you know what I'm saying? Or ever got the tell. Now it's like, damn, you sending me old stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, this cat done got that before. This cat could tell me what.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy next door was like, oh, bro, I had her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even nothing special when it comes to us supposed to be valuing women, or women feel like they want to be valued. Because it's always that next guy that be like, man, look, I got one of them too. Like,
Right.
Where's the value?
Right.
Where's the value?
Right. And you're so right. I mean, not even just the women, but the brothers. Like,
Yeah.
we uplift, was the brother Wilt Chamberlain, because he done slept with over 100 women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we uphold, we hold him up and be like, man, Wilt Chamberlain's been with over 100 women, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we think that's honorable. You know what I'm saying? We are even taught to run through them, get as much as you can, brother. Don't settle down, man. What you doing? You understand? So, like we are even taught in our minds, our sisters and the brothers is taught, man, you too young to get married, man.
Right.
You too young, man. You need to be out there doing your thing, man. They tell the sisters that too. Go to college, girl. Go to college, girl. You ain't got to get married. You're too young to be married.
Right.
You know, and the whole time while she's in college, you know what I'm saying, she's destroying herself. You know what I mean? Or, you know, the brother is just destroying himself by just sleeping with another sister and throwing her away. And then how is he going to stop and be a dad? How is he going to stop and be a real man if he don't ever know, you know, ain't never had the training,
right?
Don't have no discipline. You understand? That's, you know, we destroyed, man. It's a lot.
Man, he would drop that. I'm gonna just read this article.
God.
Close it out.
God.
This is gonna be a little more, a little better. The far-reaching effects of internet porn. As the internet has grown, it has also allowed for more graphic and more extreme pornographic content. With so much porn available, pornographers compete for consumers' attention by consistently pushing boundaries and exploiting taboo. Meaning, what? Let me see how to say it. Like your Jeffrey Dahmers and Ted Bundys. What them people want to see, those people who are the actual pornographers, they're the one who is pushing the people, the actors, to do more. Right. You know, if a woman ain't with this, or she don't like this, or being that sex slave, they're pushing more of that. They pushing more of that taboo lifestyle and extreme, you know, sex slave, like you tie up like a hog, put something in them out, and then let a machine do his business. Right. You know what I'm saying? They pushing it for those type of people. Because us men, we like women who submit to us, and that's all for us. But then you got sickos who is like, I want this borderline to unalive her. Right. I want it borderline. I want her to barely be able to breathe. Right. You know. Yeah, I mean, with me, no. I mean, they all out here. Yeah, they all out here.
I mean, that's where that choking and you know what I'm saying, spitting on the face and you know, like
I mean, you know, I mean, the women, they don't even be saying out, they just in emotion, like, and just pop, boom, like, whipping her ass,
right? And no, and that is you know, that has an audience, right? You understand, like that is too extreme, and we don't like the oppressor, man. Listen, man, he's a beast, right? He's very vile, and you know, a regular lifestyle is not going to, you know, get him off. He got to be able to, he got to jump off a building and be doing it at the same time. like he's got the bungee jump with a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. His mind is so sick. We can't even understand this beast. Right. You know what I mean? It's like,
and for the people who don't understand what we're saying, to simplify it more, the oppressor always has to be in control of his woman. Right. He has to have control. Right. So if it's a form of sex, or it's some form of sex control in the sex, then he's all for it. What was that movie that you put me on? Oh my gosh. Where the oppressor, he wanted some tail from his woman. Right. And she wasn't for it, and what he did, smack the hell out of her and still push her.
Oh God, yeah.
And that's what they like. They want to be able to, I'm gonna just smack the blood out of her mouth. You know, I'm gonna beat her until she submits. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and that goes back to, damn, don't you got game, like Jim Muhammad said. Like, don't you got some game? You gotta still, you know, woo your woman.
And you know, for the people, it's a little graphic, like the movie I Spit on Your Grave. Like, I don't know if you've seen it, you know what I mean? But viewer discretion is advised. Make sure your children ain't around or whatever. But even with that movie right there, each movie, I think it's 4 or 5 of those movies came out, and it was always that one European woman who plays the actor. I don't know why the hell they enjoy it.
Right.
Play the actor of going far out to a cabin somewhere by herself to write a book,
Right.
or going far out to Arizona to do something,
Right.
and she always stumble across 3 or 4 wicked behind oppressors.
Right.
You know, in that small town, and what they do. I mean, when I say take advantage of her, it don't matter if they in the swamp,
Right.
in the abandoned house, in the cabin, and they always, when I say take advantage, is nothing that you can.
Right.
Us as people, we can't picture in our head with the oppressor picture in his head.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
if you watch those movies, you'll see exactly what this topic I'm talking about.
Right.
But all right. So according to the studies analyzing the content of popular porn videos, it estimated that as few as 1 in 3 and as many as 9 in 10 scenes show acts of physical aggression and violence,
Right.
while half contain verbal aggression. These studies also found that women were the targets of aggression or violence about 97% of the time. And yet, another study found that 1 out of every 8 porn titles shown in first-time visitors to porn site describes acts of sexual violence. So a lot of these women who actually step into it, and this ain't even got nothing to do with the guys, because you can't do nothing to it unless you're a feminine.
Right.
But a lot of these women, first time doing whatever, stepping on, they been wooed in by money that they ain't never gonna get.
Right.
You know, they lying to them saying, "Oh, you gotta do this in order for us to call you back," or you gotta do whatever we say for you to have a job.
Con.
So that's what's going on with them.
Right.
But you know, majority, sisters, they ain't really talking about you.
Right.
They talking about Becky. But you're following after Becky, Suzanne, and Sue.
Right.
You want to be like her, but look what she goes through in the porn industry. She not gonna tell you about that part.
Right.
She is not gonna tell you. Ask her what she thinks mentally about the issue. We watch porn and thinking it's okay, but physically she's going through something and she been lied to.
Right.
Let me see. We about done, y'all. 30 years ago, hardcore. Definitely not about to read that. They gonna clip this damn video. In our post Playboy world, porn now routinely figures degradation, abuse, and humiliation of people in a way never before seen mass media. Softcore, remember that. Softcore is now what hardcore was a few decades ago.
Wow. Wow.
So imagine what's going on for people who actually engaged or seen that. What the hardcore stuff that happened back then, as far as slapping a European or slapping a woman, beating her, slamming her, breaking her neck, whatever the hell. All that hardcore stuff back then, that's softcore. That's making love right now in the porn scene.
Man.
And us, we know what Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we know what making love is.
Right.
But if you breaking a bitch neck and she passing out and she waking up with you inside of her,
Right.
that's softcore.
Right.
That now imagine what they got going on that's hardcore today.
Man.
That boy said it. They probably jumping off goddamn buildings.
Yeah, they and jumping straight in a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
They don't have no boundaries.
Straight up.
They don't have no boundaries. I was gonna say, like, I remember, in slavery how, the stories how they used to cut off our genitalia and put it in jars and things of that nature. Like, that was a form of jealousy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can't satisfy a woman on a regular level.
Right.
You understand? Like, a regular level is something that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans do, man.
Right.
You understand? Listen, man, we can switch positions. We can go in the living room.
Yeah.
We can even, we can go in the garage or whatever. But Esau, he gonna want to put you up on that rooftop.
Sober.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna want you to climb up in that tree. You understand? Like, he do extreme stuff, man. he gonna want you to do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, Lord be with you if you with an oppressor.
That's right.
You understand? That sister is going through it. You know what I mean? It's a lot here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, matter of fact, I got one more. Jeremiah 10:2, and that's it.
God, no sweat.
Doge explained the comparative tame softcore pictures of yesteryear.
Right.
Today's porn effects have prevented nearly every aspect of our lives. Technology has changed not only the content of porn, but also how, when, and what age people begin consuming.
Right.
Students show that most young people, oh yeah, this is exactly where we need to be. Students show that most young people are exposed to porn by the age 13.
Right.
And according to the nationally representative survey of U.S. teens, 84.4% or 14 out of 18-year-old males and 57% 14 out of 18-year-old females have viewed porn. That's a lot of underage exposure to the industry that claims to be adult entertainment.
Right.
That break the point of, you remember, and I don't know, you're a little older than me. I remember when we were young and we was looking at stuff like that, when we tried to buy it off DirecTV, you had to put a parental advisory code in to approve it,
right.
you know, and then also to purchase it. Now you ain't got to purchase it.
You ain't got to do nothing.
So explain how we got to put a lock on YouTube, we got to put a lock on Google, we got to put a lock on everything. But what's the point of saying adulthood and childhood? When does it come to a point where adults have the authority to say yes or no?
Right.
I mean, like the black market.
Right.
The black market, you got to go through hell and high water just to figure out how to deal with the black market for a reason. For a reason.
Yeah.
But then meanwhile, pornography, my kids don't have to go through that hell and hot water. They can watch what I watch.
Right.
You know, not saying we watch it, but y'all get the point.
Right.
You got something?
No, I mean that's right, because I mean the kids, man, listen, growing up in this era, man, listen, I don't know, man, everything is open.
Right.
You know what I mean? Drugs is wide open. I mean, damn, you had to hide to smoke weed back in the day. You know what I mean? You didn't want your mama catching you smoking weed. You understand? Like now it's like, you know, it's accepted now. Now porno, you know, is accepted. You found the tape under the couch or under something
Under the couch.
because somebody was it was shameful if they got caught with the tape.
Right.
You understand? Now it's like, yeah, I watch porn, no sweat.
Oh, so like I'm gonna let you know. I got to.
No, go ahead.
And when he says shameful, this is how you know as a child, me being 9, 10, 11 years old, I was shameful. Hell, probably younger than that.
Right.
It's because when we found the actual tape, we make sure, like, you know, the VCR be saying, oh, you're an hour and 3 minutes in.
Right.
Once we started it, we rewinded it right back to the clock when you rewind. You know what I mean? Like, it plays through. And being young, we were so shameful knowing we wasn't supposed to do it.
Right.
We try to cover our footsteps. And that's at a young age.
Yeah.
But by being an adult and you had to put it under the couch, you know better than me. I just happen to have to learn from my own mistakes.
Right.
And the fear of getting my ass whooped for touching something I wasn't supposed to touch.
Man, right.
Without them saying I wasn't supposed to touch.
Right.
You know, so like I just had to imply.
No, because something inside of you told you wasn't supposed to be watching this.
Right.
Something told you at the like, why is he said, why is he hurting her? Well, at the end of the day, you knew damn well at that moment, this is something I'm not supposed to be watching.
Damn right.
Especially if it was under the couch. You know what I mean? It ain't yours.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you so right. Like we know when we're doing something that is inappropriate. Now, listen, nothing is inappropriate. Nothing is out of. Listen, man, we dressing our young girls like grown women now. You understand? Halter tops and little bitty shorts, and you understand they posting, you know, the little sisters on, you know, Facebook and Instagram, and everybody's under the comments like, oh, she's so cute, and you know what I mean? And you know, I'm sitting back like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? So it's like everything is wide open now. So you know what I mean? It's locked.
And again, back God War say every time.
And look at and so lock it. If I could,
go ahead.
We watching it right now.
Right.
We watching it right now at the school right now. Young girls, you know, little bitty shorts on, you know, half naked, 10, 9, 12 years old. You understand? And this is the mindset of the adults now. You know what I mean? Go ahead, it's locked.
And this is perfect too, because what this brother said, and this is how you know it's wrong. Women, their excuse is, oh well, men shouldn't even be looking at children like that. They shouldn't. But you know it's sickos out here, so prevent it.
Right.
On top of even being in a household, if you had a sister, my sister never dressed around the house vulgar like that.
Right.
And they say, well, your uncle shouldn't come through if he looking at such and such, such and such. Damn that. Right. Damn that. Because at the end of the day, if the uncle ain't looking, when she grow up to be a whore and want to dress like that, somebody a lot worse than that uncle gonna be observed. You know, and from the abduction rate right now with our sisters is at an all-time high. And I'm pretty sure it ain't just because they knew there's other things, but it's that too. Right. So stop making the excuse, oh, that's a child, you shouldn't be. No, that just shows how destroyed you are.
Right.
So what kind of whore are you?
Right.
Well, how do you dress for
Right.
men?
Right. Oh, God. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 10. I start at verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So house of Israel, not house of everybody, not house of Ham, not house of Japhet, not house of whoever it may to apply.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
The heathen is not, it is other people. You are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. First Nation. I mean, what else? What else they call them? First Nation. I mean, that's who you are. The heathens are the people that aren't you, that aren't of your bloodline, does not have that aren't the seed of your father. Don't listen to them heathens.
Right.
They could be disgusting animals out here, but you can't.
Right.
You have a standard. You call yourself king and queen, act like one.
Right.
What?
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain.
So the custom of them people are vain.
Right.
Those Africans are for the sisters that didn't know, you're not African.
Right.
And if I had the book, I'll pull it out real quick. You're not African. Twerking originated from the Nigerians and 3 other tribes over there. That's not us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. What was that ending part again?
It said, for the customs of the people are vain.
So that twerking and them waist beads and rocks don't mean nothing.
Right.
Y'all brothers is so caught up on this kundalini and I'm a god and I'm all this and that. Man, that stuff is vain.
Right.
Because if you're a god, free all my niggas free all the brothers out of penitentiary. Excuse my language. Free them all. If you a god, bring back all them aborted babies and send it to this school right now. If you're a god, if you're a queen and you have some power, goddamn, tell all these sisters to act right.
Right.
If you're a so-called queen, man, and queen mean whore in both languages. If you want to know, go ahead.
I said, you want to go into the tree?
Nah, we good. So, you got any more before I close it up?
No, I mean,
you're an older man than me.
I mean, this is a damn good class because that was something that I struggled with coming up. You know what I mean? I struggled with porn.
Right.
You know what I mean? And and it does. It alters your mind. It makes you think. Especially when if you got a wife at home or you got somebody at home. You be wanting your woman to do all these extra things that these porno people do. Put that leg, you put your leg up, put it over here, do this and do that. You want your woman to be like that whore that's on that on that porn site.
Right.
You understand? And that right there is destruction to your marriage.
Right.
You understand? That is a destructive mindset when you think about your woman at home. You cannot put her in the same category as that whore on that on that porn site. So that was it, Salak.
Right. Just to add insult to injury.
Right.
Now, fellas that don't want to get away from porn. Imagine your wife watching porn, and now in her mind she's mentally comparing you and that man when you don't have a chance.
Right. In
her eyes.
Right.
Think about that. Think about if you knew what she was thinking, how much it would destroy you.
Right.
You'll be psychologically disrupted, excuse me. And again, it ain't nothing but a lust. Because the same way you want her leg to be up on that tree somewhere, she wants you to be able to goddamn hit her in her heart somewhere.
Right.
Hey, I'm just saying.
God.
That's his class on pornography, man. Adultery, sex is marriage,
right.
bestiality, homosexuality, all it goes together.
Right.
With the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hanna.
Right.
We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true Jews and the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with none of these Israelite groups, Muslim Masa, other these fake Israelite, Muslim Masa Christian organizations. We the home of the truth. Shalom.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right. The Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.